yourself. Okay. So Taraji P. Henson drunk ass was hosting the BET Awards that she apparently was not properly prepared for, or maybe she was just a little too nervous. I'm not really sure. I mean, this was not her first time at the rodeo, so I don't know if Taraji be on antidepressants. She has been crying a lot. She's been crying and crying and crying and crying and crying. You know, she said she was over there on the Color Purple set. They ain't even had no food for them. They said they was really treating them like real niggas, like real Jim Crow South. Like she was running across the set to go piss and shit on the opposite side of the movie set, just like she was in that one movie with Kevin Costner. So, you know, she was in a COVID pot that nobody want to touch. So she was really like, you know what I'm saying? Like she was really getting the full experience. So I don't know if she's still traumatized. You know, don't nobody want to pay her. She say the checks don't clear. And BET promised that the check was on clear. And she said, you always say that shit. You always say that shit. So I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I think that Taraji, I think she'd be drunk as fuck. I got sources directly that tell me that she's a mean motherfucker too in real life. So she's just not really that happy with herself. I think more than that, I think Mama going through menopause. I think Mama going through menopause or like perimenopause, and that's why she around her crying in the way that she is. And that's why Oprah wasn't paying her ass no motherfucking attention, because she said, bitch, I went through that 15 years ago. So I ain't even worried about that. I'm just saying, and you know, we drag Oprah on this show. We drag Orpah every chance that we get for the missing children in Africa, bitch. But we ain't talking about the missing children in Africa right now. We talking about this right here. I think I just think Mama's going through menopause. Anyway, with that being said, so she's hosting the show. It's a hot mess because I mean I think the script was done at the last minute. She was really improvising. She thought that KeithLee was Jordan and started flirting, and KeithLee felt some kind of way and she gave him a rose, and then KeithLee's wife, she felt some kind of way too. We're gonna keep it real, and you know that's what it was. And then KeithLee made a video where he took the rose and dropped it on the floor, and then they started dragging them both, and then KeithLee made a response and Taraji made a response. Okay, so let's break it down. First off, with KeithLee, y'all know KeithLee is on the spectrum. He on the spectrum with me and Amanda Seals and Aoki Lee. And Angela Sanders, y'all know we all on the spectrum. You know, he got social anxiety and he is an MMA fighter at the same time. So he takes everything literally, right? So he threw the rose on the floor, and then after he was getting dragged for it, he tried to explain it and say that he loved her and he never meant no harm and blah, blah, blah. And I didn't mean no harm by it, and it don't belong to me, and don't belong to me, and God bless. First off, KeithLee, you need to calm the fuck down, okay? It's not that fucking serious. It's not the end of the world. I know your anxiety and your autism got you out here over explaining yourself, but you're making it worse. Now, you don't really understand the nuances of communication, but I'm going to tell you what your wife is not going to tell you is that you just need to shut the fuck up. And I'm going to tell you what your wife is not going to tell you is that you're dealing with niggas now. See, when you deal with niggas, communicating with niggas is different than, you know, you like communicating with regular black folks versus niggas is different. Niggas gonna make you stand on business. So you gotta figure out what you want to do. If you're gonna throw that rose on the floor, even if people feel some kind of way about it, you're supposed to come on there with your whole chest and say, yes, I threw that motherfucking rose on the floor. She didn't know who the fuck I was. She had me fucked up. I ain't Jordan. You should know who the fuck I am. My name is fucking KeithLee, and it is what the fuck it is. That's the kind of energy that niggas respect. They don't respect you backtracking and pussy popping, well, testicle ball popping, because you ain't got no pussy. Testicle, because you as a whole man, you support your whole family, but you was popping your testicles in reverse, and niggas ain't gonna respect that. So I'm just here to let you know, the locks looked good, you look good, I look, yeah, he a little slow, he ain't that slow though. I love you and your wife's relationship. I just love the whole story. And he's actually a good guy. I don't agree with y'all trying to cancel him online because this is a good fucking guy. And y'all give more sympathy to Diddy that was raping niggas and raping hoes and throwing hoes and drop kicking hoes and throwing bases down hallways. But y'all mad at KeithLee for a little shade. So KeithLee, your slow ass, learn to stand on motherfucking business. Don't give a fuck what these niggas got to say. Embrace the hate because guess what? Ain't nobody fucking perfect. You still a good guy. Good guys, good girls give attitude sometimes too. And if they don't like it, you tell them to suck your motherfucking dick. That's how you talk. Taraji with your punk ass and your drunk ass while you was sitting there talking about how his ego was hurt and how it was just a mistake. First off, it was BET mistakes. It was, you know, you shouldn't have came to work drunk. He too fucking slow to understand the nuances of communication. And let me tell you something. You ain't got a motherfucking lick of shade to throw at Taraji because you can't even get fucking paid your full salary. Okay? So before you say any fucking thing or address him, you was too fucking scary to address Oprah. You was too fucking scary to address them white folks around there on Benjamin Button. You get your motherfucking full paycheck first. Because sometimes you be wrong, just like that shit you was talking at them the meetings. Oh, black folks cover their mouth when they run because of slavery. Wrong. You've been around her trying to play this pseudo-intellectual role, and y'all not nan none of intellectual. I still remember your bug-eyed ass when your son got pulled over by the cops and you tried to say it was racism and he really just had weed in a glove compartment, but you never cleaned that up. See, I remember it. There's a reason why Jody backhanded your ass. And then they choke coochie. So you lay down, get your coochie ate, and get your whole check. And KeithLee, you sit your slow ass down somewhere and go eat. Or go, you know, twerk to Nicki Minaj like you like to. It was production's fault. Wasn't Taraji's or his fault. It was production's fault. Nigga, stand on business. Girl, go get your check. That's it. This is all that like, oh my God, we got to cancel one of them. But no, you don't.
It's a storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.